Oh, hi, Fruity Cutie with the booty. What's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, and today we're going to talk about sugar. Isn't that too much sugar? I have been eating a sugar based, fruit based diet for the past 13 years, and I have heard for the past 13 years that I am going to get diabetes. That isn't that too much sugar? And let me tell you the truth. The truth is that I was pre-diabetic before I went raw, before I started eating a lot of fruit. Okay? There's a lot of studies out there. I understand that. Those studies that prove that fruit has too much sugar or spikes your blood sugar to a very unhealthy level, those studies are done on people that have very thick blood, that have insulin resistance. There are no studies on people that are eating a fruit based diet that prove that fruit sugar spikes your blood sugar. There are no studies to prove that. None. In fact, we have a lot of studies, real life studies like me and other raw vegans, that prove the opposite. And let me just tell you something right now. Like I said, I was pre-diabetic. I was very, very dizzy. Right before I went raw in 2008, I was actually having fainting spells. So I fainted 3 times in my life and I was always dizzy. So I was going to doctors. I didn't know what to do. Um, you know, they did all these tests. They didn't find anything wrong. I thought I had maybe an inner ear infection. They did a test. I went to an ENT. There was nothing. There was nothing. No doctor could tell me what was wrong with me. Okay, so I ran out of options because I fainted for the 3rd time and I was really, really scared. So I went to I guess he was like a homeopathic doctor, and he was kind of like a weirdo because these natural doctors are weird, and we're weird. And he said, "Stick out your tongue." So I stuck out my tongue, and I was like, "This guy's a weirdo." And he said, "Oh, you're extremely acidic, and you have candida." And I was eating no fruit back in those days, okay? No fruit. Maybe once in a while I would, no, the most fruit I was eating back then was like Orange Crush, okay? Shout out to Jeremy. If you know, you know. So basically, I was eating lots of processed foods. At the time, I believe I was on the Atkins diet. So I was eating lots of eggs, steak, salmon, very maybe some like green peas, green beans, no salad, no fruit, no carbs. I was trying to lose weight always. And he said I was really acidic and I had a gluten intolerance and I had to give up gluten immediately. So I gave up gluten. He didn't say anything about fruit. He didn't say anything about meat being bad for me. So I did that. I did feel better, and but the fainting stopped, but I was still dizzy and I was still tired all the time. And it took a few more years, but I finally learned about the raw food diet in 2011. I have been eating a raw vegan diet since then, so it's 13 years now. I have no blood sugar issues at all. I have not fainted since 2008. I'm so, so, so grateful. You have no idea. It was very scary. And I also have lost over 60 pounds. I've cleared my cystic acne. I don't have to wear any face makeup at all ever again. I grew my hair. I healed my back pain, my chronic fatigue, my IBS. I had very, very, very bad IBS. I was always bloated, always constipated, always farting, burping, all these horrible things that I don't deal with anymore. I had eczema all over my body, especially on my legs, my inner thighs, and my ankles. I had a lot of different health issues, and they all went away when I started eating a fruit based diet. My boo, it's not too much sugar. Did you know every single cell, we have trillions of cells in our body, every single one of those cells runs on glucose. And the healthiest form of glucose is fruit. Now, what happens, and I think I spoke about this yesterday on my podcast, what happens is when you eat protein or when you eat fat, the body has to convert that into glucose. So instead of making your body do all the work, why don't you do it a favor and eat glucose? Eat things with a lot of glucose in them. A healthy version of that, okay? Because you can eat a Snickers bar, which has glucose in it, but it also has fat. It has a lot of fat in it. And when you mix fat, especially processed fat, unhealthy fat, with sugar, that is where you get diabetes. You do not get diabetes or any blood sugar issues from eating fruit. Okay? Fruit is not the same as Twinkies, not the same as M&Ms. Fruit was designed by the creator for us in order to live healthy and happy lives and be glowy and have a hot girl summer. Okay? So, if you'd like to learn more about how to be a successful raw vegan, because there's a lot of scams out there, there's a lot of people out there claiming they know how to be raw, but they ain't raw. Water. They ain't raw. I'm not going to name names, okay? I'm not going in my private community. I name names sometimes, but I'm not going to name names on YouTube, okay? But there's a lot of people out there claiming they know how to help you go raw, but they're not raw themselves. So like, there's a disconnect. But me, I've been doing it for real, for real. Anyone that knows me, every single person that's worked with me, they get the results. Why? Because I've gotten the results myself. And if one person can do it, everyone can do it. Everyone can go raw. Every single person on this planet can lose weight easily without restricting, eating as much fruit as you want, and I will teach you exactly how to do it. Okay? One of my biggest tips, guys, this is one of my best tips. And I actually got this from David Goggins. Okay? So I want you to do this now. Get a piece of paper, and I want you to identify 3 questions. No, seriously, get a piece of paper. I'll wait. No, because y'all not taking this seriously. You're going to stay the same forever. You're going to be watching me forever, wishing you were here in Miami with me on the beach, running on the beach, looking cute, eating fruit. No, I want you to get here, boo. I want you to get to the body of your dreams, the skin and the health of your dreams. So let's go. Grab a piece of paper or use your phone, okay? Go to the notepad, and I want you to write down and identify 3 questions that you can ask yourself when you are about to give in. 3 questions that you can ask yourself when you're about to quit. Because in the beginning, yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be easier if you have me as a coach. But if you're doing this alone, it's going to be hard because everything is hard before you know how to do it. So what I want you to do is I want you to identify 3 questions you can ask yourself to snap yourself back into reality and becoming aware of what you're doing. So some of the things that I used to ask myself in the very beginning of my journey was, do I really want to eat this? Okay. Another question I asked myself was, how am I going to feel an hour after I eat this? Another question is, why am I eating raw? Why do I want to eat raw? Another question might be, is this worth it? Is it worth it? It's never going to be worth it. You're not going to feel good afterwards. It's going to be 5 minutes of pleasure and then 23 hours and 55 minutes of, discomfort, farting, bloating, regret, beating yourself up over and over and over again. No more. Let's stop that, okay? If you need help, which we all need help. I had a coach in the beginning. I had a mentor. If you need a mentor, boo, I'm here. You have to be a woman. You have to be a woman, and you have to be ready to change. You have to be willing and ready to change. You don't need to know how, but you need to be willing. So if you are willing to change, if you have an open mind, you're willing to do whatever I tell you to, all you have to do is show up for 6 weeks with me. Click the link below. We start tomorrow, May 1st. If you want to join us, there's only 2 spots left, so I recommend you check out the details. Send me an email, and I'm telling you right now, you can change. You can, and it's a lot easier than you think, but you've got to do the work, and you've got to find someone that's doing the things you want to do, and then just do what they do. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to work with somebody who's getting the results you want. And if I'm somebody who has the results you want, if you want to lose weight like me, or you want to clear your skin, or you want to grow your hair, or you want to be working for yourself as a fruity cutie with a booty, well, I'm working on the booty part, then boo, this is the course for you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, if you want to stay cute, you got to eat a lot of fruit. I'll see you soon, boo. Bye.